and go.
AB3 Anime, we're here. We're finally dropping this video. Shout out to all you guys who waited for this. This is the Anime Expo schedule review for 2023. Let's get into it. The convention's in 2 days. Sorry, I tried to drop this a little earlier, but it was like, just wasn't working. Anyway, let's get into this video because it's going to be long and there's a lot of schedule to review and a lot of things you need to know about what you don't know, but you need to know. So let's get into this. All right, let's see what's on the schedule for this year, okay? This is day one. First of all, the welcome ceremony. Let me be clear. The welcome ceremony is cool. It is in another room though. It's cool. You know, it's awesome. But it's not something I would go get in line for. The only reason I say that is because a lot of these other panels you need to go ahead and get in line for as soon as you enter the convention center if it's one of the early panels, or you may not be able to get in and see it. Now, what I am noticing about the first couple things that are up here, like this creativity in cosplay, how to draw attractive anime characters, Twisted Science and Twisted Wonderland. If you see this phrase at the bottom, this room will not be cleared for the next panel. Before we go any further, let me explain what that means. It's exactly what that sentence says, bitch. That's exactly what it means. This room will not be cleared. What they mean by cleared is there are some panels that take place that at the end of the panel, everyone has to leave. You're in line, then all the new people come in. The fact that most of these say this room will not be cleared means that if you're in that room for that panel, but you also want to watch the next panel, you don't have to leave that room. Here's why that's good and bad. It's good for you because say you wanted to watch, these are different times so they won't work, but say you wanted to learn how to draw attractive anime characters. Cool, you sit in and watch that panel. And then you go to the Twisted Wonderland panel because you don't have to leave the room. You can just stay there. That's great for you. You get back-to-back panels because that's what you wanted to check out. Here's where it doesn't work for the other person. Because that room will not be cleared. Now, even if you don't like the How to Draw Attractive Characters panel, you would go sit into that panel. Because if you sit in that panel, you're guaranteed a seat for the next panel that you actually wanted to go to, which is the Twisted Science and Twisted Wonderland. It's a give and take, okay? So pay attention to that. If you are interested in a panel and you notice that the panel before it will not be cleared, you may want to go try to check out the panel before that or line up a little earlier to make sure you're at the front part so that if others are staying over to go see that next panel, you're still able to get in. Because they're not kicking anyone out for certain panels, it seems, which means those panels will fill up a lot quicker. All right, let's get into this. We'll talk about how to line up for these. For most panels, all right, if you have the Anime Expo app, it actually will tell you how many people are planning to attend the panel. I suggest everyone download it for this convention. If you've not downloaded this app, download it. I will not be editing this video. I'm putting it straight up as is. Fuck ups and all, I don't care. If you do not download this, you will not know how many people are scheduled to go to this. If there are 1,000 or 2,000 people scheduled to go to that panel, dude, you need to show up 2 to 3 hours early for that panel, okay? Just to make sure you get in. If that panel has 400 or 500, maybe 6 to 8, you got a better chance of getting in. These rooms are pretty big. But again, check the Anime Expo app so you know how many people are planning to attend a panel and that'll give you an idea how popular it is and how soon you should show up. All right, colorful stage. That sounds pretty cool. Meet Kafa Asaguri. Ooh, that's dope. I fucks with Rungo Stray Dogs. Bungo Stray Dogs, so I would definitely go check that out. Who's that Pokemon? Let's see. Advancing anime studies, video game localization, maid cafe. I am not a fan of maid cafes. The animes make them look one way. They're pretty if you go to them in real life. But that's my personal preference. I do know a ton of people who love it. And usually you can get, I don't know, omelets and sushi. So some people check it out. It's not something for me, but a lot of people do like it. I would much rather go grab a couple friends and then go check out the Crunchyroll bar that they'll have at the JW Marriott. That's pretty dope. I would actually go rather check that out. Let's see. Madoka Magica. More than you think. Spend on some more. That's pretty good. So far, these first couple are definitely a lot of fan hosting, which is cool. But so far, I haven't seen anything to me that makes me go like, this is going to be a major one you have to get in line for. Let's Gunpla. Usually it's pretty big. Cosplay Senpai Roundtable. Art of building your cosplay. Any cosplayer who is interested in doing this professionally, I would suggest checking out the Cosplay Senpai Roundtable. A lot of people who will probably be attending that are people who are getting paid somewhat to cosplay, so definitely check out something like that. The Butler Cafe, pretty dope. I mean, it's the same as the Maid Cafe. Would I go to a Butler Cafe? No. But there's tons of people who really do love that kind of stuff. Live drawing performance by a Japanese calligrapher. That will actually be a lot more packed than it sounds like. That's pretty dope. If you're interested in going to that panel is at 12 o'clock. The live drawing performance by a Japanese calligrapher. That's pretty dope. I would suggest probably being in line by 9:30, 10 o'clock. Again, we are seeing this everywhere. This room will not be cleared for the next panel. This is going to be interesting how this works. Okay. Eminence in the Shadow. Ooh, season 2 world premiere. Solid. Okay. That is the first thing that I will tell you will have a ton of people in line to see. Eminence in the Shadow was a surprise anime hit from last. When did it start? It started last year and then finished at the top of this year. So it was a winter anime. Dude, I love that joint, and I know a ton of people who do. It is literally a surprise smash anime. People really love it. That will be super packed. I'm getting in line if I'm any of you guys. 9:30 that's a 12:15 panel. I know that, but I'm telling you right now, 9:30, 9:45 at the latest, you need to be in line for that panel. Otherwise, you won't get in. Because here's the other side of things that kind of throws things a little bit this year. There are no premiere badges. Because of that, there is no premiere line. Here's why that matters. Before, when there was a premiere line, the rooms were split and they would basically say, okay, this many premieres can get in and this many regular. And depending on who showed up versus one line or the other, they would cap the lines or cap the room. They would go, okay, we've got 200 premieres already, and then we have 600 general attendees already. Cap it, it's 800, ain't nobody else getting in. Here's the difference. Everyone's a general attendee. So now instead of that 200 just trying to get into their own line, everyone's getting in the same line. So now the 600 plus that 200 plus all the other people who were generally trying to get into the line in the first place, you're all mixing in one area now. There are no separate lines. So the rooms are going to fill a lot quicker now because the premiere fans generally they have about an hour, hour and a half that they would have to show up. So because of this, they weren't showing up till later, which allowed the general attendee line to be a lot longer. Because what would happen is, the room may cap, cool. But if the general attendee line already had 700 or whatever people in it, that premiere line, they would go, hey, we can only allow this many premieres in because the general attendee line is so long. Now that doesn't exist. Everyone is mixed together, and all these rooms are going to fill up so much faster this year. But now that we have this is at 12:15. Let me see if I can find an example of something that would work. Oh, perfect. That's not close enough. Nah, we'll wait. So, Bucket List of the Dead sneak peek. That's a new anime, I'm assuming. Yes, from Viz. Cool. Viz goes hard, so that might be all right. This Love Live thing, School Outing Festival. Super packed. Anything with these words, Love Live, will be packed. If you intend to go to that, again, 2.5, 3 hours early. This thing will pack up. Okay? These types of panels get packed really quick. These are diehard fans. They will not miss that panel. Mind you, this is all day one, okay? So at this time, though, the one benefit that will happen is Exhibition Hall is going to be open. So some people will be in there. But once they're done from there in Artist Alley, they're going straight to line up for panels. So just be aware of that. Theories on ReZero. These are a lot of fan-hosted panels this year, which is cool, but there seems to be a lot of them this year. Manga Planet Industry Panel, developing anime mobile apps. That's pretty cool. I would love to see something like that because you got to have a basic understanding of app development. I don't, but that would be pretty dope. Pompeii, the Cinephile screening. I don't know what that is. Okay, so I can't pretend. I can't judge it. I don't know what it is. Next Ninja developer panel. Cool. Cosplay chess. A life-size game of chess where attendees and cosplay art pieces. The things. Helk. North American premiere. Okay, cool. Maid Cafe again. What time are we at? We're at 1:30. So this is the best thing about Anime Expo, and I tried to say in my last video, there's so much going on. This is a full day's worth of stuff, okay? There's always something happening, and it's the entire day. Again, I told you guys, this is going to be a long video. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you. As we continue to look through the schedule together, if you see something that you think is very dope, comment down below so someone else will notice. So you see something to point out for someone else, again, comment down below. Trigger, new title announcement. That's pretty good. Studio Trigger's been killing lately. Bandai Namco Filmworks Industry Panel. That will be good because Bandai's been killing too. Their anime studios the past 2 years have really been going hard. So I'm not mad at that at all. Butler Cafe again. Toho Animation Panel. New titles of popular series. Okay. A panel like this, which My Hero's had its own panel the past couple of years, so it's different seeing that. But now they have Jujutsu Kaisen here, Spy X Family, My Hero. You're probably going to get small hints or small little previews or sketches for these animes. That's a cool panel to check out if you're interested in those. Shoestring Scientist, Kodansha USA, new licenses revealed. That's dope. Blue Lock has been amazing, so that's dope to see that. Let's see, Mappa, True Truce and a Lie. From Japan, Netflix, J content. Netflix has been on an anime streak. Some of their animes have been really good, and some of their animes have been horrible. Beastars, really good. Great Pretender, really good. Some other things, not so great. Not so great at all. Way Forward, anime game developer, pretty cool. Let's see. Magus Bride Season 2. J-Novel, Samurai Warrior Training. All right, anime and market research. I would love to take a panel like that because I do have an anime YouTube channel, so something like that would benefit me. If you're an anime YouTuber or you're trying to grow your channel, something like that would probably benefit you as well. That is at 4 o'clock. Bandai Namco Entertainment Summer Showcase. That's pretty cool. They will probably see a nice amount of things at that panel, as well as it looks like they will be giving out exclusive swag. Okay. Again, this room will not clear. Dude, are they not clearing any panel? Because that's all I'm reading right now. Is none of these panels are being cleared. This is going to be interesting to see how this is handled by attendees. Because anime people are very particular about the things we like and the things we don't like. The fact that someone can literally pick the main panel room, because there is a main panel room where all the big stuff happens at, and pretty much just hang out there all day is a little wild, man. I was not expecting that. Okay. Because they've always done something of like, hey, you know, this room won't clear, that room won't clear. But to see that many places, like everything says this will not be cleared, that is different. Anime singled out, High Dive, Level 1 Demon Lord US Premiere, Origami, Cosplay Goddess Shopping in LA's Fashion District. That might be funny. Square Equinox manga book announcements, Bang Zoom Studios, Love Live series, of course. Again, Love Live is like massive. Behind the scenes, Valorant esports. Wow, that is pretty cool. Be interested to see who they bring in for that, but that's pretty cool. Maid Cafe After Dark. Not what you think it is. Look at me. It's not what you think it is, fam. It's not, okay? I know what you think it is. It's not that. That's all I'm going to say. We ain't got to get into it. It's not what you think it is. For something that is 18 plus, they do ID you. And I don't know if they do it anymore, but you used to have to go to like a booth and get like a wristband or something to prove you were over 18. I don't know if they do it that way anymore, if they just ID you at the door. I think one year I went and I had to have a wristband. And I could have swore last year they just looked at your ID. I'm not positive. Roadmap to Dyslasia. Crunchyroll new simulcast premiere at 1 o'clock. That's going to be pretty cool. Okay, so while we're on this subject, new simulcast premieres. As you guys all know, we're going into the summer season of anime. I don't know if I'll have time to do a preview video or not for the summer season of anime, being that they kind of dropped this weekend. We'll do like a fall preview. If you still want the summer preview, just let me know, comment down below, and I'll try to get that out. Here's something you guys should know about watching anime at Anime Expo. Let's be real about this. As dope as watching a lot of these major premieres are, some of these you do not have to go to at that moment. What I mean by that is, say you want to go to this Fate Strange Fake. That's pretty cool. All right, that's a good world premiere. You don't necessarily have to go to the Crunchyroll simulcast premiere. And I'm not saying don't go check out Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll is super dope. If they ever sponsor me, hey, I'm here for it. I still wear my orange Crunchyroll band from Anime Expo, actually. What I mean by this is, one thing you have to remember about some of the anime premiering at Anime Expo, there are 3 different options. There are animes that they'll show you, movies and shows that don't come out till next year or later. There are animes and shows that they show you that don't come out till a couple months from now, 2 or 3, maybe a month and a half, something like that. And then there are animes, and I don't know why I counted 3 this way, that come out that weekend. In other words, the same Crunchyroll subscription you're paying for right now, you can flip up, open your phone, and go ahead and watch said anime right there on your phone, instead of having to go stand in line for 3 hours and watch it in the room. The biggest difference is sometimes a voice actor will be there from the anime, the creator might be there. Those things are pretty cool. But on the flip side of that, if you're going to sit in line to watch an anime, make sure you are aware that that time you're spending watching that anime could be used doing something else. Okay? That just saying. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying, hey, just remember, when you go get in line for these things, you're taking time away from somewhere else. Okay? Waifu Wars Devastation, Mashy Muscle. I tried to get into Mashley Muscle, and it's just not, it's not me. I can't even say the title right, so I don't care. It's not me. Atlas and Senka, Otaku Debate Signups, Nonstop V, Manga Gamer, Faku Industry Panel. If you're into watching hentai and making big hentai jokes about things, that's your type of panel. If that's not for you, and you're not comfortable with doing those type of jokes in front of everybody, it's not for you. Don't go to it, but that's what it is. Maid Cafe After Dark, again sold out. Horror, thriller, anime, and manga. That's pretty dope, especially if it's 18 plus. That will be gory, so just be careful. AMV competition finals. That's super. Okay, perfect. AMV competition finals is at 9:30. Now, if I'm not mistaken, didn't you have to have a ticket for this? A lot of times you do. I'm just using this as an example to show you guys time. This starts at 9:30. Let's go back up. Let's examine something real quick. Where are you? Here we go. Crunchyroll, new simulcast premieres. It's at 7. Gets out at 8:20. You go, hey, gets out at 8:20. AMV contest is at 9:30. I got an hour and 10 minutes. I can get into that panel. No big deal. Except you're wrong. It's not how that works, fam. AMV 1 is a major panel at any anime convention. Any anime convention, it is a major panel. That means a ton of people go to it. It will be super packed. Here's how time works at an anime convention. To go to this Crunchyroll Presents new simulcast at 7 o'clock, you have to be there minimum 2 hours early. That's 5, okay? You got to line up at 5 o'clock to get to this panel. So from 5 o'clock to 7, you've already wasted 2 hours. Not wasted, but you've already had 2 hours of time. Then from 7 o'clock to 8:20, you're watching your anime or whatever. So that's another hour 20. So for this one panel, you have spent from 5 o'clock to 8:20. So 3 hours and 20 minutes for that one panel. Here's where things get crazy. You go, let me go get in line for the AV competition. Except the people who are in line for the AMV competition have been in line already since either 7 o'clock or because that panel's so big, they may be in line since 6:30. Okay? They're already there. So at the point where your panel is starting, this line has already started to form. By the time you get out at 8:20, that line's already massive. Because everyone knows that the panels, it starts within an hour and they need to be online so they can get out. And again, this room will not clear. It's right there. This is the main events room, okay? If you look right here, guys, it tells you what room everything is in, okay? So we're going to go back up and see what room the Crunchyroll panel is in. This is in 403B, 403AB. In other words, the main events room is the biggest room. There will be people in there from the panel before that don't have to leave for the AMV contest. And then there will be people in line who are trying to get into the AMV contest. But also remember that there will be people who were in the panel before who didn't even want to be there, but they're in there so they can be there for the AMV contest. In other words, pick these things accordingly, bruh. You have to. If you want to go to the AMV contest, you can't go to the Crunchyroll simulcast premiere because the time that panel starts, you need to be in line for the other panel. That's the way this works. It's a great strategy by Anime Expo. I know a lot of people are not fans of it. I am because it splits everybody up, but I'm also well aware of why they do it. This is designed to make it so that 10,000 people aren't in the same area at the same time. They make it so you have to actually make a choice between going to one panel and going to another, between being in line at this time and not going anywhere else. So they have this amount of people in this one location for this amount of time. So now they know, hey, minimum from 5 to 7, from 5 to 8:20, these 2,000 people will be in this one area. And I know that they're not going anywhere else because they're doing this one panel. And now I have this other group of people in this one area. They're staying there because they can't go anywhere else because they have to go to this panel. It helps spread the traffic out, spreads the groups out, keeps things a little bit more open. That's how this convention stuff works. It's why you have to pick your timing. Okay, you have to look at these panels, look at what room they're in, what time they start, and what time they end, because this all matters. If a panel ends at 8:50, you cannot be in line for the other panel at 9:30. No matter what, I know how time works. I know in your mind, you're like, hey, bro, I got 45 minutes to get to the other side, get in line, and get into the panel. It doesn't work that way because the lines cap. They cap all these rooms at a certain number of people. Therefore, you cannot show up that late and still think you're going to get into the room. Anyway, visual novel, guilty or not guilty. Outlandish, explain your extreme fish. Okay, cool, whatever, bro. Definitely an 18 plus panel. Butler Cafe, let's see. And that is it, day one. This will be, now also remember, there will be raves, there's concerts, there's other things outside of venue. There'll still be tickets to get into this. Also remember, certain parties will not have, how do I say this properly? We went to the Cosplay Deviants party last year, right? I'ma just say, my boy thought it would be more than 99.9% guys there. It wasn't. Just a bunch of dudes raving. That's what it was, man. On the day two. All right, so like I said, this is gonna be a long video, okay? I'm gonna post this as one long video, but then if you need to just scroll through or check out a specific day, because one day doesn't actually pertain to you, you can actually, I'm gonna cut this up as well and just post day 1, day 2, day 3, so that you can check out different days. So we're going to Anime Expo day 2, which is July 2nd. Disney Twisted Wonderland first thing in the morning. That's super early. You would have to be in line for something like that at 8:30. Understand, guys, this is a 72-hour convention, which means there will always be something going on. There will always be a room just live streaming anime 24 hours. There will be parties everywhere. There will be groups everywhere. There will be gatherings everywhere. That's just how this convention works. It's super, super big. Over the moon for you high school days. That's pretty dope. Manga Publishing Roundtable, Fuji TV, Ultra Panel. Photo Scavenger Hunt's pretty cool. Rising Stars, up and coming artists in Asia, pretty dope. Editing your own cosplay photos, pretty cool. Bang Zoom Studios, audio engineering for anime. Community Power, Little Tokyo nonprofits. YouTuber talent Q&A. I'm not really into VTubers. VTubers, but I know some people are into VTubers. VTubers. I told you guys, I'm not editing this. Fuck it, let's ride. It's like 10:20 where I'm at, dude. I don't care. We're just gonna get through this video because I promised I would get it up. Shout out to Ro for commenting on the last video. I saw your comment. I hadn't had a chance to respond to it, but thank you for commenting as always. I hope you have a blast this weekend and enjoy your convention. Guys, all at me on Instagram at AB3Anime. You guys can send me photos that you've taken there. Comment down below. Just blow up my Instagram which is cool things you guys are doing. I'm always here for it. I would love to share some of those things on the channel with other people. If you're cool with it, just let me know. May Cafe is reopening again. Mappa and Crunchyroll. That would be pretty dope, actually. How to make a live action anime and superhero movie. Okay, cool. Panel. Who's hosting this? Hollywood Ninja. Latest with Kotobukiya. Scale figures. Okay. Dark Horse manga. Wig styling. Production. IG and Wit. Butler Cafe. Fashion show. High Dive presents Last Boss Queen. So I'm noticing that High Dive is making a big effort to try to get out here in these streets now. I mean, they had some pretty big animes last season. Pick Up in the Dungeon was big for them. Eminence in the Shadow has been huge for them. And I'm assuming they're looking for their next just like mainstream smash. So shout out to High Dive for trying to actually compete with these big streamers like Crunchyroll and stuff, because High Dive has some anime. They're not there yet, but if they can just get a couple more of these gems, they'll actually start to get a lot more people's attention. Samurai Warrior training, a lot of samurai training this year. Otaku parliamentary debate. Anime goes to college, using anime to help first year college students. Okay. Let me make sure you guys understand. At anime conventions, there are fan panels, there are industry panels. An industry panel is done by like some major studio, major anime, something of that sort, a manga artist, whatever. A fan panel is done by someone like me and you who have an idea, they put it in for an application, and they'd like to host a panel about their idea. It seems to be a lot of fan panels this year, which I'm not opposed to, but it does seem to be, the schedule doesn't seem as balanced as normal. But I'm going to say Anime Expo has been doing it a lot lately. Between this, the no premiere badge situation, which actually increased the amount of people that they had to deal with as a general entity, and then they also had the anime chibi that they did, which probably also threw a lot of things off. So, well, let's get into this. Ultimate Legend of Zelda, Undead Unlock panel. That seems pretty good. What is this? Talk show and 3D performance. Oh, it's a VTuber group. Never heard of it. I went to one VTuber performance at an anime convention. It wasn't my type of thing. I won't go again, but I get it. Some people love that thing. Presentations on anime scholarships. Don't know where they were going with that. What is this about? Scholars and Macadamia Symphonium will deliver their research on anime and manga studies. I don't know what that is. Whatever. Shoestring Scientific presents Build Your Own Pokemon Habitat. Oh, that's pretty cool. Everyone always does that panel. Butler Cafe, Studio Bones 25th anniversary. Okay, Cowboy Bebop. I'm not mad at that. World premiere of Mecha Ood. Mechas are so weird, though. Mechas are like, you want a good mecha. You want it to be good. But then you get 3D mixed with regular animation, and it's just not right, man. It's not right. Introduction to making cinematic cosplays. Yoshitaka. Jujutsu Kaisen panel will be very, very big. I'm assuming they will play an episode. I'm not saying for sure. And I would be highly surprised if they didn't show something. Because if I'm not mistaken, Jujutsu Kaisen starts either next week or the week after. Sea Dog and Iron Mouse. Versus. Is this a versus? Join V Shoujo's Iron Mouse to see off a panel to shoot you laughing. From gaming and IRL streams to the famous. Oh, okay. It's just basically a interview panel. I mean, that's cool. I don't do the whole anime YouTuber panel thing. Not that I don't see the benefit of it. I mean, it's cool, but like, I'd rather see the artists and the mangas and the premieres and stuff like that. If anyone knows me, you know I go to anime conventions for the premieres. What I like to do. I go check out conventions because I'm here to see what's premiering, baby. I'm here for that. Dive into the world of Grand Blue Fantasy. I do like Grand Blue Fantasy. That's pretty dope. The physics of anime. The top 10 anime charts were anime trending. I would go to that just to see where everything ranks right now. That's pretty dope, actually. I would go to that. Ego Mangas, How to Draw a Manga and Portfolio Review. Okay. Bungo Stray Dogs Season 5 premiere. I would definitely go to that. Conversations with Yoshiki. Let's see. Origami and Chopstick Holder. So I'm noticing, feels like there's a couple filler panels. Like there's long stretches where there's no like super major panel, and then there's just like a bunch of stuff thrown in to fill the time until they can get to another major panel. Demon Slayer special event, 4:30. Let's be real. If you're going to anything that says Demon Slayer, 3 hours early, minimum. I've seen the case where some people, I remember when My Hero, the movie came out, dude, people were in line for it 5 or 6 hours early. And it capped 5 hours before the premiere of the movie. So I'm just telling you right now, that panel, 3 hours early. Which means if you're going to this, you cannot go to this. Which you couldn't do anyway. They're so close. Wow, they really put the Demon Slayer and the Stray Dog panel and Viz all within 30 minutes of each other? That's wild. Damn, dude. That's wild. Hey, I get it. That's definitely going to spread you around the building. That is definitely spreading you around the building. Wow. So Bungo is in JW Marriott, which is all the way away from the actual convention center. The main events hall is downstairs, which is way away from this. And then this is in 408 AB. Okay, so they were smart. They have you guys spread all the way out in 3 different corners to get this done. That's interesting. What is it like to be an American YouTuber with a Japanese agency? That's pretty cool. Understanding the animation pipeline. We could be viewed. What? Okay, time out. Because something's wrong here. Okay, so this is Catch the North American premiere of season 2 of Jobless Reincarnation. That's at 5:30. Wasn't the Viz Media panel at 4:30 and Demon Slayer at 4:30 and then Bungo at 4? When do you guys end? 5? 5:50? 5:20? Okay, so let's be real about this. If you like Jobless Reincarnation, you can't go to Demon Slayer. All right, let's math this real quick. Sometimes you gotta math things. All right, let's get a pick. Yeah, I have pens. This is a desk, bro. I got pens. Okay, so we're gonna math this because sometimes you gotta math it. All right, so we got. I know I had something on the pen. We have Stray Dogs at 4. So Bungo's at 4. Demon Slayer is at 4:30. And Viz is at 4:30. And Jobless Reincarnation is at 5:30. Okay, so literally, no bullshit. You have to pick between these four. If you are a fan of all four of these, you can only go to one, which is wild, bro. But they did it on purpose. Demon Slayer is in the main events hall. It's the biggest room. I'm so interested. Let me check something. Let's see how much this... We mathing things right now. It's the benefit of just recording and being able to do what you want. Let's see. Are we still recording? Sometimes you got to check. Let's go over here. Yep. We still recording. I know you saw my screen fix. I got to check. All right. Let's see. Demon Slayer is in the main events room. Okay. What prior to Demon Slayer is in the main events room? There it is. Jujutsu Kaisen. Ends at 350. This is fucking genius. Okay. All right, so let me math this for you guys real quick. Jujutsu Kaisen, which is going to be a major panel, is at 3 o'clock. So 3, bitch. 300. Okay. To get into that panel, because there's going to be so many people, you probably got to be in line at 12:30, 1 at the latest, right? Here's the problem. This says this room will not be cleared prior, and it will not be cleared after. So what panel is in the main events before this? The Unlock Undead premiere. That won't have a lot of people. That is at 1:30. This is how this works. At 1:30, the Unlock Undead premieres, which means people will probably be in line at 12-ish, because it's not something super major that I can think of right now. So 12, be safe just because you want to be respectful to all animes. Let's say they're in line at 11:30. What's going to happen at 11:30 is there will be people in line for that panel who are only in line because they want to go to Jujutsu Kaisen. That's at 3 o'clock. So from 11:30, people will be there to go to Jujutsu Kaisen at 3. And then they will stay because the room doesn't get cleared, because they want to go to Demon Slayer at 4:30, fam. So now you got someone who's been sitting in the same main events room from 11:30 to 4:30 for 5 hours, bro. Someone's going to be sitting in that same room, not going anywhere. And they don't have to, because the room doesn't get cleared. In other words, I'm telling you guys, in order to get into these panels, someone will not leave this room for that 5 hours. There will be a few people, because Unlock Undead is a premiere. A lot of people go to the premieres. If I know I can go to that premiere, watch it, and then the next thing is immediately Jujutsu Kaisen, and I finish that and the next thing's Demon Slayer, why would I leave, bro? Why? If I'm there for premieres, why? That's perfect. I'm not leaving that room. That's what happens, dude. So now someone's been in there from 11:30 to 4:30. They've been there for 5 hours lined up to watch this one panel. Or someone got there at 11:30 because they could sit through it because they just want to watch Demon Slayer. This is why, if you want to go check something out, you have to line up early. Because the fact that these rooms won't be clearing means that they will only let in the next group of people until it caps. if that room holds 2,000 people and 1,200 of them are going to watch Jujutsu Kaisen and Demon Slayer, they're not leaving. They want to do both, which means the first 800 to come in get to get into that room. The other 1,000 of you guys that were trying to line up, they're going to say, we're capped, you can't come in. Or you get to the flip side of that, where the room's smaller. Maybe the main events room is only 600 to 800 people now. Now you're telling me that 500 or 600 people all actually want to see Jujutsu Kaisen panel, and then you tell them, hey, the Demon Slayer's panel's next, and if you don't want to leave, the room's not going to be cleared. Dude, they're staying. They're not leaving. This is what happens, fam. That's how this works. So show up early, 2 to 3 hours, bro. If you want to check out a panel, show up early. That is crazy. I don't know who decided to schedule it like that or why the panels don't clear, but that's crazy. All right, let's wrap up day 2. I've been talking a lot. Let's see where we're at. All right, so Stray Dogs, Demon Slayer, Viz, and we were down here at Mushoku Tensei. Again, you got to be there minimum 2 hours early, 3 hours early. So now you're talking about being in line for this panel at 3 o'clock, which means you cannot line up to go see Demon Slayer or Viz or Bungo Stray Dogs because you have to be in line for Mushoku Tensei. That's how it works, bro. Science. Anime streetwear. Streetwear is dope. I actually just ordered some jerseys from Anime Ape. I'll review them when they get here just so you guys can check it out. No, I'm not being sponsored by Anime Ape. It was just, I needed some stuff. Learning Japanese anime. Kodakawa. Creating handmade world. Alright, cool. Studio Trigger live drawing would be pretty dope. That would be pretty dope. I would check that out. Make Cafe Acted Art. Link Click Season 2. Link Click was actually regarded as a really good anime. I never watched it, but it was supposed to be really good. Anime journalism. Epic cosplay. Butler Cafe. AX Summerfest is a musical. Yes, okay. That's going to be super, super lit. But it's at 7 o'clock. Which means from 7 to 12, that 5 hours, you're pretty much there unless you just decide to leave. But it also means you can't line up for any of this other stuff. Liar World Premiere, I don't know what that is. I'm going to have to look up some of this stuff. Classic black anime characters. Huh. That sounds cool. Masquerade and World Cosplay Summit. Ticket required. So you see this little emblem right here? This is a panel that you actually have to get a ticket for. Cosplay wrestling. Main Cafe. Is it hentai? That's wild. You get to, they're going to blindfold you and then play sounds and have you guess, is it hentai? That's dope. BL Games and Jazz Blue Industry panel. Yo, that'd be wild. All right, man. That is day 2. That is also how panels work. AX, you guys are wild for doing the schedule that way. Putting those 4 panels, those 5 panels, because Jujutsu Kaisen being right there as well. Putting those 5 panels within an hour and a half of each other is wild, bro. That's crazy. Anyway, man, day 3. I don't know if we're doing day 4. Day 4 is kind of a super chill It's a quick day. It does look like there's some stuff, so we'll check it out too. But let's get into day 3. Day 3, we're actually going to speed this up because a lot of explanation I need to give you guys was actually in the first 2 days. So now we're pretty much just checking out what we think is cool, what we think isn't cool, what I think is anyway. Rurouni Kenshin US premiere. Don't know if that's the movie or a new animated series. So I can't tell you, but I would love Rurouni Kenshin. It's dope. Atlas, new anime project by Warner Brothers in Japan and Wit. Is this like another Batman movie? Because if it is, I'm not here with that. VTubers, raising kids in anime. As you guys know, my son loves anime. Loves anime, dude. He sleeps, just all he watches now. Princess Sama, Yo Mama, let's study. Mega 64, Cafe. Aniplex usually has a really good panel and shows you some little sneak peeks of some things they got coming up, so that's really good. Bushy Road. You gotta read this webtoon. Webtoons have slowly been eking more and more into anime. They've had some really massive hits with Tower of God. God of High School was pretty good. Story-wise, a little shaky. I think a lot of people preferred it as a webtoon. Interested to see how this solo leveling will go. Okay? Based on how solo leveling goes, we'll know a lot more about how well webtoons are really doing in anime. Butler Cafe, Toei Animation, the first Slam Dunk, Crunchyroll, new simulcast premieres. Again, this is probably going to be a lot of stuff that's debuting over the weekend. So you can check that out or you can watch them later based on how you feel about lining up. So far, out of everything I've seen, day two is definitely hit the hardest. Day 2 is a monster, which is weird because isn't day 2 Sunday this year? Am I wrong? Where's this calendar? Day 2 is Sunday this year. Sunday, day 2 hits hard, man. King Records Industry Panel, Spike, and let's see, 11 Arts, Cosplay, Fast, Cheap, and Dirty, Sailor Moon, IRL, Bleach, 1,000 Year War. Okay, so they may show you a sneak peek of more of Bleach in this. I don't know. Just saying. But it would be pretty cool if they did. What does it take to be Nintendo / Pokemon designer? Okay, Skull Island. I just started watching this. I'm not a fan of it. Not a fan. I think Skull Island sucks. I tried it. Was not a fan. Manga Licensing, Manga Plaza, Maid Cafe, Crunchyroll again with more premieres, Samurai Warrior Training. What is happening with the Samurai Warrior Training thing? Empower and Emerging, Butler Cafe, Make My Pokédex, pretty cool. Noir Caesar, Tokyo Pop, latest Copenhagen. Crunchyroll Industry Panel. So that's a little different. The Industry Panel itself will probably have a lot of sneak peeks, a lot of future announcements of animes coming. That's different. I would definitely check that out. Composing for Magical Realms, chat with a director, Shoestring Science again. Anime panel. It's a lot of repeat panels this year. Orin High Host Club, a lot of people love that. My Love Story where Yamada come and level. Okay, is this a season 2 thing or is this just like a premiere? Oh, it's just a season look back. I don't know. Cosplay Judge Panel Group. Under Murder Farce Advanced Screening. Oh. So an advanced screening is different. That's pretty cool because this means that whatever they're showing won't be coming out for a few months. So while the Crunchyroll presents new simulcast panel, it's stuff that's coming out immediately. An advanced screening means you're going to see things before everyone else sees them. Bruh, again, this room will not be cleared. They ain't clearing nothing this year. Understand, if you got something going on, they are not clearing panels this year. An Evening with the Anime Man and King Christian? What is this? Group of men who enjoy watching anime. They take their love around the... Dude, no, I'm good. Origami, Turning Black Clover. Anime Cinema Nights Presents, which is pretty cool sometimes. Gridman Universe premiere. I don't know what that is, but it might be cool. Otaku Debate. Rascal does not dream of a sister venturing out. What is this? First premiere of the highly anticipated film. Also, this is a movie. That's pretty cool. Turtle Shell as Human Ribs. Crunchyroll presents new simulcast again. Let's see. AMV Awards. We are at night already. So, day 3. From ranking these days, by far, High Diver Pronounced Dark Gathering, 18 plus. Ooh, that might be dope. Hentai Tags Iceberg. That might be cool too. If I had to guess so far, The Art of Hentai with J18 Publishing. LudeTuber panel. Okay. This is literally just the dirtiest night of the convention. So for all you degenerates out there looking for your night of the day of the convention, that is by far day 3. Day 3 is just for you guys. All right. Day 3 is for you. Day 2 is for other people. And day 1 is for other people. Let's get into day 4. So far from ranking everything, day 2 is definitely the best day so far to me. I would then go day 1, then day 3. Day 4 is probably going to be last because the last day of the convention is normally when everyone's checking out. You're actually doing last minute shopping. You're hitting the artist alley. You're saying goodbye to all your friends that you just met and cool people that you just got to know. All that takes place on day 4. So usually they don't do a ton of major panels on day 4, but we're going to check it out. Undead Unlock open auditions. Okay. Combining comic book and manga storytelling. A hidden Kojo fan panel. Giant robot costumes. Rise to City Pop. Horror Mia the Missing Pieces panel. What is this about? Don't miss your chance to hear all the things about Horror Mia straight from the... Oh, okay. Sneak peek of an upcoming episode? Word? Horror Mia. I loved Horror Mia. It was really good. Q&A, The Corpse Dance, High Dive, The Eminence in the Shadow, Season 2 dub premiere. They're doing a dub premiere. That's pretty dope. Final Stroke 2 U.S. premiere. Ooh, here's something cool. I don't watch anime in dub, but just a suggestion. If you don't have time to check out The Eminence in the Shadow premiere on day 1, shoot for checking out the dub version if you're not already leaving. This would probably be easier to get into because there's not as many dubbed goers to this thing probably. Plus, a lot of people are going to be doing their last minute shopping. They're going to be focusing on the exhibitor hall instead of that. So check that out. Anime in the Metaverse, Finding Your Path and Breaking In. Butler Cafe, Japanese drumming. In Another World, an isekai genre. Lauren had a sword fight like anime. Step into the ring. LGBTQ themes in Sailor Moon. Interesting. The Inner Lore of Kingdom Hearts. Outlandish swipe to pipe anime Tinder. Okay. Alright, Tokyo Pop. May Cafe. Charity auction. The auction's really cool. A lot of people check it out. I usually don't, but a lot of people do. New simulcast Route 5. Love Live. Is this a concert? No, this is not a concert. Records of Anime. Butler Cafe again. Anime Expo feedback panel. Anime in Latin America. And a closing ceremony. Okay. that is all 4 days. Thank you guys for being here for this video. Again, if I'm ranking days, day 2 is number 1 for me. Day 1 is number 2. Day 3 is pretty cool. And day 4. Make sure you get lots of rest, drink lots of water, meet lots of cool people, and time yourself. Make sure you check out your schedule. Dude, plan your schedule. Go right through the Anime Expo app, hit all the stuff you want to do, and then plan accordingly, okay? You can try to wing it, but I promise you, you will miss out on something really cool if you just try to wing the schedule. Anyway, guys, thank you for being here. Comment down below some of the panels you want to check out. Also, hit your boy on Instagram at AB3Anime with some of your photos and stuff. I'll be reacting to a lot of people's photos, a lot of people's videos in the next couple of days. Thank you guys for being here, and see you in the next video.